I guess it you get what you deserve.
Well, how is the dad life? Like, what's the schedule right now for you?
There's no schedule right now. Um like it's pretty insane. So she's still fixing her routine, like
Mm.
Haley's routine, right? So like sometimes during the day she's awake and like fussy and
Hmm.
then asleep at night. But then other
Mm.
times like she'll be up at like 1 in the morning till like 5 a.m. And
Oh,
then
Oh.
she'll sleep during the day. So it's like it's pretty crazy. Um
wow.
and like it's actually worse for Amy because she has to do all the heavy lifting, right? So she
Hmm.
has to do
Yeah.
the breastfeeding and whatnot. But like
Mm.
I try to support. So yeah, if she gets up or she's extra fussy, like even if it's like super early in the morning, like 4 a.m. or whatever, like I'll get
Mm.
up just to see if I can help. Like I try to do this shit, like I change the diapers, you know what I mean? So like
What you
whatever
can.
she
Yeah.
whatever I can do, I do, and then
Yeah.
whatever I'm so for her, it's just like, oh, just feed the baby, chill out, hold her, whatever. Plus, like how they say they're like, don't carry her too much when she's a baby because then she'll get used to being carried. Yeah,
Yeah.
we fucked up on that one because like she doesn't want anyone putting her down. Like she likes to sleep with you whole like cradling her, right? So
Hmm.
Mm.
so if sometimes when we put her down like flat on the bed or in her crib, dude, she'll like 30 minutes and she's awake and fucking wailing away like, oh, why the fuck you put me down?
Maybe you can wean her off of that sometime in
Hence
the
the
future.
knees. Right? But I mean, aside from that, it's fucking awesome, man. Like, you
It's
know.
good.
But yeah, it's like supposedly gets better 3 months onwards. We'll see. I'm a little skeptical just because she's super fussy, but we'll see how that goes.
But then I see you still posting your workouts,
Dude,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
so
So
you
I,
can
I
still work
just
out.
I just try like get three workouts in a week at least,
Good. Yeah.
and then I'll just do the kettlebell because it's the fastest, it's the
Mm.
easiest.
Mm,
No drama, nothing to set up. I just
Yeah.
pick them up and
right.
swing or whatever.
Yeah.
So like I just try to do at least that. I used to do that plus core work.
Hmm.
I'm still trying to get the runs in somewhere, but
Mm.
like just the way it is, it's like like unless you have like an hour to kind of just chill
Hmm.
Mm.
to do your run, like it doesn't even make sense. Like it doesn't make sense for me to go out for like 10 minutes and do like a run, right?
Mm.
Unless
Yeah.
it's sprints. But yeah, so I just try to do my kettlebell, 20, 30 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week. And
Yeah.
if I can do extra, then awesome. If not, whatever. I just try. That's basically my only workouts right now. Like aside from carrying and laundry
Yeah.
and folding laundry and cleaning diapers. It's pretty much that's it. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there like some sort of time of day where you feel like it's the best time for you to work out?
Usually evening. Like evening is pretty chill.
Evening. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like between like 8 and 10 is probably like the sweet spot because it's like in between. Like she was either awake all day or she was asleep all day. So it's like
Mm.
in between the
Right.
transition period. I can kind of leave her with Amy for a couple of hours,
Hmm.
Mm.
or it actually doesn't really end up that long. Sometimes it's like I'm gonna work out and I'll be gone for an hour, right? But yeah, that seems like the sweet spot right now.
Mm.
Unless I wake up super early in the morning, which with the way the schedule is right now, it's not gonna happen. It just isn't. Like because I don't know what time I sleep. Like sometimes I sleep at 4, sometimes I sleep at like 11. I'm knocked
Yeah,
out
it's at
already.
random times, right?
Yeah, so it's hard to like schedule like an AM thing where it's like it's basically wherever I feel like I have a free hour or so, I'll just try to pull in a workout then, right?
Mm.
So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. cool. It's cool though. All good, man.
I mean, 3 times a week is pretty cool. Like,
That's yeah, that's still enough.
yeah.
Yeah, but coming from where we came from, like it feels like it's not a lot, right? From when we were like at Mad Minute working
Yeah,
out twice a day,
Yeah.
every day, right? Or doing jujitsu, 2 classes a day plus a workout. Like it doesn't feel like a lot. I mean, I know like I should be happy I can get in 3 or 4 like workouts a weekend with a newborn, but it is what it is.
Well, I mean, I don't have a newborn, just a dog, and
Yeah.
I'm still like happy doing 3 workouts.
Right.
A week. Yeah, but this week though, I started doing. So I have a friend that I do arnis with, Filipino martial arts. We
Yeah.
haven't met though in a while. So, but we talked about just sort of keeping each other accountable. So, even so, starting Monday, it's the fourth day 4 now. Oh, we're trying to do
Oh,
something. Trying to
I
do
thought it was
something
starting next
Tuesday.
Monday.
No,
Yeah, that's cool though. I mean, at least
Yeah.
even with like us, we're making sure that we're kind of
Yeah.
doing something right.
Yeah.
So good thing
Yeah.
with that, like we sort of make it a point to report to each other, like just even via just a quick message on chat, like what you did today.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So that's sort of a cool. I found it's a interesting way to like make sure that you're staying consistent. Is to get to like make a contract with somebody. Hey, let's make each other accountable to what we promised to do. So like even on an off day. So on an off day, you actually even just do like 10 minutes of just like joint circles and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Just something that at least sort of getting yourself in the mindset of every day doing something fitness related.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's sort of where I am right now.
I have to admit the mobility stretching thing, like that's just not happening right now. I mean, I try like
I haven't been doing any of that.
but 5-10 minutes, like basically your pre-workout stretch is pretty much what's happening right now. But
Well, I mean,
yeah.
that's pretty much it, right? Yeah.
Anyway.
You're JR, you're doing like a legit training cycle, right?
I know, right?
It's
What looks like a
5 days
legit
a week.
gym.
Yeah.
Cool.
5 days a week and then 5 weeks for one block.
Nice.
Oh god, it's a killer.
Man,
Especially on Mondays.
What
I
week are
miss
you on
being
now?
able to plan like that, right?
Yeah. I'm on week 3 right now.
Nice.
Cool. How is it so far? Like steady or
it's high rep. That's the thing. Like I should have done high rep even before I got into the program, just so that I'm used to it. Because like last Monday, I did 120 kg for 8 reps after 2 sets of 115 for 8 reps.
Oh wow.
And that was just the first movement of the day. So I'm just dying in the heat and there's no one else there. So it's kind of like hard to get hyped up for anything after that.
And it's 3 movements, right? 3 main movements.
3 main movements and then 1 strongman conditioning movement at the end.
Right.
Cool. Right. How do you get motivated though?
No, I was about to say, like, you
Huh?
kind of hit the nail on the head being at home, right? Like, how do you, like, even for me, even just to sometimes to get in that 20-30 minute workout,
Yeah.
man, you just got to kind of bite the bullet and do it, right? Like,
Yeah. Even like 10 minutes of mobility.
right.
Yeah. So how long does one of your workouts take, JR?
Well, because the last 2 weeks, each one lasted around 3 to 4 hours because of just the amount of rest time between each set. And then this week, it's only been like 1 to 2 hours, which is good. Like I've been getting used to the rest periods. Like I've been shortening the rest periods. It's like the max is 5 minutes only, and then lately I've been doing 3 minutes for rest periods, so
Okay.
that helps.
So yeah, so it's sort of, it seems like you're gradually adjusting to the workload.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
which is good.
Cool.
And then
Yeah.
I'm seeing improvements in my strength, and like I didn't think I could push 120 for 8 reps at all. Like my max before was 5. So
Oh,
yeah, and I'm seeing improvements in grip and deadlift, all of that, which is good. I'm very happy with what's going on.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
JR is like the only one of us that
Yeah.
that has stuck to like an actual training regimen, right? Everyone's the rest of us
I
are
bit
like,
the bullet. There was a discount code for it. That's why.
cool. Nice.
true,
Nice.
true.
Yeah. Meanwhile, two of us here like barely hanging on
I know, dude.
by the edge of our fingers.
It's so hard. like it, like what's hard too is the fact that it's like you don't have anywhere to go, right? I mean, like
Yeah.
when you have a gym,
Mhm.
you have to get yourself in that
In that zone.
zone to go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And it's easier to kind of be like, oh, I'm gonna get up and go somewhere, as opposed to like, oh, I'm gonna walk to the next room and try to work out together, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's a big deal.
Yeah. Getting
For
like
me
getting into
anyway,
that-
right?
Yeah, getting into that dedicated physical space sort of gets you into that mind space where okay,
Yeah.
right now we're doing a workout, right? We're training.
Yeah.
Mm.
Especially when it's a space where, like even though you might have a dedicated space at home, there's so many distractions, right? Like,
Yeah, it's different.
like,
There's
You're still at
kids,
home.
pets.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's not like you went to the gym and the only thing really is there was to do at the gym is workout, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
that's
like
been
like
Right.
that sort of decision, going to the gym, right? Going to your training the training area that's apart from your home. Like
Mm.
I don't know, right? That's sort of like flips the switch where you're doing a workout. While
Yeah.
like my workout area is also just a part of our living room or the office space here. So it's so easy to just stay in like your chilling out mind space and like
Right.
I'm
Like
just
the
gonna-
sofa's right next to you.
yeah.
exactly.
And then you get distracted or
Early.
something.
Yeah.
Turn the TV on.
Oh,
Yeah.
my favorite show's on right now.
Right.
I'll just take
I
a
can
break.
work out after half an hour when this fucking show's done or when this movie's done.
Yeah.
Right?
Watch one more video.
Right, and then like then you look and it's like 12:30. Oh, it's too
okay,
late.
yeah.
I'll just go to sleep, get enough
Yeah.
rest, and work out tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the other with you, Mike, it's how do you put it on a calendar? How do you do you have any system of keeping yourself accountable?
I just try to do MWF. Like that's
Okay.
kind of, I don't want to make any more commitment than that, because then then I feel like
Right.
I failed it, right? If I put too much on my plate and then I can't finish it.
Yeah.
So I just try to keep it like super simple, workout, and every other day, MWF. I got to get my kettlebell workout in. And then anything after that is bonus, right? I mean, we're literally talking baby steps here. So it's like, small wins it is.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I try not to put too much pressure on myself to kind of, get it, an hour and a half, 2 hours, because like currently that's our lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of unpredictable. So it's really just as simple as 3 times a week. I just gotta do it. And every other day, like if I feel like I'm tired or too much has gone on that day, then then it doesn't hurt because I don't feel like I've missed a workout, right? As opposed to had I planned Monday every day until Friday, or like 3 days straight, and then a rest day, and then I couldn't get one in the middle, then I'd kind of feel shitty about missing one of those days, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Just really keep it simple, man. It is what it is. Everyone's got their own life thing going on, so I assume that's where most people would want to start. Just like one or two small things
Mm.
in their life to change, as opposed to trying to make these huge things, and then when it doesn't happen, it feels kind of shitty, right?
Mhm.
And then you don't want to do it anymore. Then it becomes I missed the workout today, so I guess I'll start again next week. It becomes one of
Exactly.
those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Which
the
I have
bar is set
done.
too high. Me too.
Don't
Everyone's
get
guilty
me
of that.
like not trying to be judgmental. I do that all the time on
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna start eating cleaner this week, and then you have the potato corner fries or whatever it is, and then it's like, all right, we'll just start next week. So I mean, the goals have to be moving, right, as opposed
Mm.
to like a stringent, like if you don't make it, you failed goal, right?
Yeah.
So,
And
so I just
another
try to
thing,
keep it like that. Yeah.
right. And another thing, I guess is for me that I sort of learned, I had to sort of relearn. I went through this already a few times before. Is when you're restarting, working out and training, uh, trying to keep it low key at the start,
Mm.
and then
Right.
just getting the days in, getting the consistency in. Uh, was sort of a challenge for me because usually when you start, like I I'd think, okay, let me do this, you know, sort of moderate to high volume, moderate to high difficulty workout because I can do
Right.
it, it's fine.
Right.
But then it wipes me out for the next 3 4 days, sore as heck. So, and
Yeah.
then sort of I have to restart again. It doesn't. It feels like I do one big workout and then nothing for the next
And then like
three,
4 days
four,
off.
5 days. Yep. And then it doesn't feel like I'm on a regular program.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
That's happened to me even earlier this year. So yeah, like making toning it down, making it very easy on your body. I think at the start, I think pretty much for
Mm.
anybody starting to go back to the grind of training and working out,
Right.
Mhm.
I think is a pretty much the thing to do, right? So that your body has that time and space to adjust, get used
Mhm.
to moving again, get used to the intensity, and uh, it will it allowed me to become consistent,
Right.
even if
Mhm.
without having to deal with all the soreness and the fatigue and stuff like that. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. That's kind of like what GSP's coach was saying, Faraz Sahabi, on
Mm,
Joe Rogan's podcast. This is probably an older episode, but he was saying like consistency over intensity
yep.
in the
Mhm.
beginning, right? Like
Yeah.
there's time for intensity, but obviously in the beginning, like he made a great example with jujitsu, right? So he was saying he can come in every day and do 3 rolls, right? And that will, let's say, 5 days a week, that's 15 rolls a week, right?
Mm,
Is that right? Yeah.
Mhm.
But then somebody that comes in and goes super hard for 2 days a week, 5 rolls, right? Only got in 10 rounds of rolls as opposed to his 15,
Mm.
right? So kind of that was his analogy. He was saying like going 75% or 80% consistently rather than, trying to go 100% every time you go, because then, like you were saying, you have like those, you're so sore that you can't really work out for 2 more, 3 more days.
yep.
Yeah.
And then you end up, missing those workouts. And then I guess in the overall scheme of the week, the volume wise, it kind of wasn't there, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of his thing. Although he was saying, of course, like there's times when you have to
Mm.
push yourself 100%, right?
Yeah.
But he kind of he was saying like you should never be sore after a workout. I don't know if I completely agree with that. I think there's, obviously soreness is something, especially if you haven't worked out for a long time, you kind of can't get away from it.
Mm.
But I think you have to push yourself just enough to come back the next day, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe feel a little bit sore, but it's nothing like To be honest, like I even did that with the kettlebell workout. I think I was a few days ago or like late last week where I did like a kind of a leg warm up first before the actual kettlebell warm up. So I was sore for like 2-3 days after that for sure. And it did affect like I really didn't want to get, my Friday workout. I really didn't want to do it. You just kind of had to go in and get it done. But yeah, I could kind of totally see where he comes from in that sense. But I think it's also good to be sore once in a while so you kind of feel it, right? So so you kind of feel like you're making progress as opposed to, you feeling like you're just walking every day. You know what I mean? That's just me though. I'm sure JR is feeling sore almost every day.
Yeah, no, honestly, like after Mondays, that's the thing. The worst day is Monday because it's the high rep squats.
Right.
And then like I have to at the end of the day or at the end of the session, I'm like thinking I'm looking at the next day, like kind of dreaded because it's another leg day right after that.
Oh wow.
Like, do I
That's
really have to do this? And then I'm just like I have to push myself to just finish the week and then just to
Right.
see what I can do because that's why I even record my stuff just to see how the progress that I make and then
Right.
it motivates me more to like, oh, okay, this is actually working, even if it's like every day, almost every day, like I can see the progress.
Right.
Yeah.
How's your week split? Like it's how many days on are you and like you rest? Are you off for the weekends? Like how's that work for you right now?
It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay, so your rest days Wednesday and Sunday.
Yeah, Wednesday,
right?
Sunday. But then they still put that I should be doing something
Oh, it's
Wednesday and
like
Sunday. So
active rest
I try to
day.
get my
Yeah.
best like 10,000 steps daily thing.
Does anyone know where that 10,000 steps came from?
I have no idea.
Honestly, I don't know.
Is
I
that
just
was
see a
that
bunch of
just some
powerlifters say
arbitrary
it, and
number? Somebody was like 5,000 is not enough, so you gotta walk
Yeah.
10,000.
At first it was 5,000, right?
I that's what I remember. Like I don't like when everyone's like 10,000, I'm like, fuck, that's a lot of steps, man.
Yeah, for me it's like at least 8 kilometers.
Yeah, it
Like
takes me like
you're
2 hours
literally-
to get 10,000 in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're literally like
so-
walking fucking forever, man.
So I don't know. I'm not so sure about that 10,000 steps, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things that you could probably, kind of play with as well. Like, obviously, if you're coming right off the couch, walking 10,000 steps probably isn't realistic, right? And maybe you do like a couple low days and a couple high days, right? Maybe Tuesday, Thursday, you're doing 10,000, then maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you just do 5, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Again,
I
it's
try my best to get to 10,000.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Though, although there's days like when you're really kind of not. I find when I'm not really thinking about it, there's days when I do hit like the 9,000, 10,000, but that's usually normally when I have a lot of shit to do, right? Like on a normal day, 10,000 is not like I don't hit 10,000. I hit maybe like 4,000 or 5,000. That would probably be an average day for me. Yeah, that's just I just wondered where that number came from. Like, what made it 10,000 when it used to be like 5,000 or 3,000 or whatever it was before? Yeah, crazy.
I mean, it's just like 8 glasses of water a day, right?
Yeah, where did the 8 glasses come from?
Does that take into account if you're drinking soup, if your food is dry or wet, right? If you're sweating or
right, if you worked out, if you're in the desert or in the
exactly. So your body weight. So it's
yeah.
It's I don't know.
It's like one of those things that when they were like, that's the minimum. Just you got to get that in. Anything else after that's kind of negotiable.
Yeah, I mean, 8 glasses is what, like 2 liters?
Yeah, and they don't. I think
there,
it's 8-ounce glasses, right? So it's not even like a full big glass. I think it's like a regular, like one of those mini ones. I don't even know, but yeah, I think there's a bunch of just kind of arbitrary things out there that maybe back in the day it was just like, I guess if you can get this in, you're reasonably on the safe side in terms of like hydration or number of calories, right?
Yeah, it was like health
into account-
standards back
Yeah.
then or something.
Yeah. So again, it's one of those things like just, keep a moving target, right? Like, if you feel like having a pizza today, tomorrow eat a little cleaner. It's not gonna, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like just don't do that shit every day and don't eat a whole fucking pizza by yourself. You know what I mean? Like you can eat the food you want once in a while. Like it's not a like when we're coaching people, like I hate being that strict dude, like, oh, don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat this, don't eat that. Because it just makes fucking life miserable, right?
Yep.
So it's like, okay, baby steps, like if you like rice, cool, just eat half what you were eating yesterday. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It doesn't have to be complicated. Not at the beginning anyway. Obviously, when you get to a certain level and you're trying to become a high performance athlete or guys out there that are coaching athletes, right? Then you have to kind of get into all the little minutiae of things like
what's the next thing, right?
the macros and then proper calorie counting, all that stuff. You know what I mean? But I think for the normal person, the everyday guy, even the everyday guy that works out, it's just a matter of like being intuitive. Like if you feel like you need to eat a little bit more tomorrow than you did today because you have a bigger workout, go ahead. You know what I mean?
Same thing with working out, right? That we talked about a while ago. So consistency before intensity. So you can't expect from like eating fast food, then you become like super clean eating tomorrow, right? So that I mean, if you do, it's highly probable that you won't be able to sustain it long term.
Right. I mean, it also depends what's available, right? Some people work in a building that maybe doesn't have the cleanest food.
Right.
But they also don't have the time at home, especially with, commuting and traffic in the Philippines to prepare their meals. So like, maybe if you do it twice out of the 5 days, instead of eating out 5 of the days, just, pack a lunch for 2 days out of the 5. Right. I mean, it doesn't have to be, I mean, imagine if that's almost cutting what 2/5 of your calories out. Right. If you're eating a cleaner thing just for those 2 days. Right. So, it doesn't, grand goals are cool, but, again, it's everyone takes baby steps. Right. So it's changing that one little thing initially. Like especially now, like for me, I could be eating so much cleaner, but, I don't know what my schedule's like. So, it's one of those things where I just got to make sure I'm working out and I'm trying to eat clean. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some people can do like, what do you call that? Cold turkey immediately.
Right.
More power to you. But, for a lot of other people, gradual changes, smaller changes, like is more sustainable.
Right.
It's the baby steps.
Yeah. Again, not, some guys can do like, some guys can pay $4,000, $5,000 a week for prepared food, right? And then they don't have to worry about it, about what they eat. Other guys, they don't have the budget to do that, or they don't have the time to kind of search through and make sure they're eating the right thing all the time. Small changes like eat a little bit cleaner, not so much fried stuff, and it could be that simple. You know what I mean? Like what they say, it starts with a small step, right?
Yeah.
Consistency. I think that's kind of the theme for today, right? Just pick something and just try to be consistent at that. And then when you build that discipline every day of doing that one thing or 3 times a week thing, then you can move on to your next thing, right? And then next thing maybe is nutrition. Next thing maybe is spend more time with the family. Next thing could be like walk your dog some more. You know what I mean? Like depending, again, everyone has their own stuff they want to move towards in their lives, and it's just one at a time as much as possible, right? Small steps.
Yeah. Cool.
Right. I'm so sleepy right now, man.
Could see it, man.
You're eating into my nap time, boys.
Well, I think we can leave it at that. That was pretty cool talking to you guys.
Nice. Quickie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Short,
right.
short but sweet for today's podcast, I guess.
Yeah, we didn't even intro that one, right? It was just straight into it.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So
Yeah.
this is RJ.
Mike.
JR.
See you in the next one.
Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more episodes.